Problem 886 asks you to sketch the parabola given the intercepts. For this first one, my intercepts are 2, 0, and 7, 0 for the x-intercepts, and my y-intercept is 0, 8. So I'm going to start by plotting my y-intercept, and since it's just a sketch, I don't have to go through and make the entire grid or anything like that. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and make sure that my scale is somewhat similar. So here's my y-intercept at the point 0, 8. So my x-intercepts are both positive, so they're going to be over here. 2, 0 would be probably around about there, and then 7, 0 would be about here. And again, it's just a sketch, so I'm just eyeballing it. My vertex is going to be halfway between 2 and 7, so if I average those, I would get 4.5, so it's going to be around about here, and it's going to dip down into this quadrant of my graph. Once I have those points sketched, I can draw my parabola. That's all you have to do. It's nothing more complicated than that. So taking a look at this next one, this parabola only has one x-intercept. When you only have one x-intercept, that means the intercept is also the vertex. So I'm going to plot my point at -1, 0, which I'm going to eyeball it and say it's right about there. That would make 3, 0 about up here. And since this is the vertex and the x-intercepts, that's all I have to do. The last one is giving me the actual equation in factored form. So when it's in factored form, that makes it pretty easy to find the x-intercepts, because I would just say 0 equals x plus 5 times x minus 1. That means x plus 5 could equal 0, or x minus 1 could equal 0. If x plus 5 equals 0, that means the first x-intercept is -5. And if x minus 1 equals 0, that means x would equal +1. So I'm going to plot those 2 points here. And again, it's just a sketch, so I am just eyeballing it. And then to find the y-intercept, I can plug 0 in for x, and that would give me y equals 0 plus 5 times 0 minus 1. Well, 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 minus 1 is -1. So if I do 5 times -1, I get -5. So my y-intercept would be down here at -5. This one, we're going to sketch it a little bit. It's going to go kind of down over here and then back up. One of the most common mistakes people make is they want to make the y-intercept automatically be the vertex, especially when it's something like this. But remember, your vertex is going to be halfway in between these. Oh, I made that in... I wrote that as a -1. That should be a +1. Your vertex is going to be halfway in between these, so that means that if I found the average of these, I would get -2. So that's where it should kind of bottom out and come back up again.